What's happening, everybody? Sean joined again by my son Trey. And today we got a Gordon Lightfoot cover battle brought to us by friend, longtime supporter and patron of the channel, Sean. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate you. Appreciate all the patrons who make this thing go. If you'd like to support us anyway, check out the Patreon link or the patron link on the end screen. Trey, we're going Early Morning Rain from the great Bob Dylan versus If You Could Read My Mind by Barbara Streisand. So
I'm looking forward to this one. Obviously, we love Bob Dylan here. We love Gordon Lightfoot.
Yeah,
Rest in peace. The time we're recording this, about a week after he passed away. Gordon, one of the great songwriters of all time, underrated. And Dylan has always spoken highly of him.
Said it was his favorite songwriter.
Yeah, and Barbara Streisand, an absolute mega superstar of her time.
Of course,
not only in music, but I believe she did some movies and
stuff. Won an Oscar.
So I'm curious to check. I don't think we've ever featured her on the channel.
No, we have not. So
So with that said, let's get into it.
Yeah, Sean says these two recordings and Elvis singing Early Morning Rain were the only recordings of Gordon Lightfoot I knew for years, long before I knew who wrote them. So we're going to start off with Mr. Zimmerman with Bob Dylan, Early Morning Rain from Self Portrait in 1970. It's written, composed, recorded, of course, by Gordon. It appears on his 1966 debut album, Lightfoot, and a re-recorded version on the 1975 compilation, Gord's Gold, which we do have a full album reaction up to.
Yeah, that's right. That was our first introduction. Shout out Josh Davis for getting us on that. Lightfoot wrote and composed the song in 1964, but its genesis took root during his 1960 sojourn in Westlake, Los Angeles. Throughout this time, Lightfoot sometimes became homesick and would go out to the LA International Airport on rainy days to watch the approaching aircraft. This story's coming back to me.
Yeah, you remember, right?
The imagery of the flights taking off into the sky was still with him when, in 1964, he was caring for his 5-month-old baby son, and he thought, I'll put him over here in his crib, and I'll write myself a tune. Early Morning Rain was the result.
All right. We'll have the lyrics up as always. Thanks again, Sean. On that harmonica, baby.
In the early morning rain, with $1 in my hand.
It sounds good.
Oh, yeah.
And aching in my heart, and my pockets full of sand. I'm a long way from home, and I miss my loved ones so. In the early morning rain, with nowhere to go. Out on runway number 9, big 707 set to go. I'm stuck here on the ground where the cold winds blow. The liquor tastes too good, and the women all fast. There she goes, my friend, she's rolling down at last. Hear the mighty engines roar, see the silver bird on high. She's away and westward bound, far above the clouds she'll fly. Where the morning rain don't fall, and the sun always shines. She'll be flying over my home in about 3 hours' time. This old airport's got me down, it's no earthly good to me, 'cause I'm stuck here on the ground, cold and drunk as I might be. You can't hop a jet plane like you can a freight train, so I best be on my way in the early morning rain.
All right, Early Morning Rain. I've reacted to the Peter, Paul, and Mary version of this for one of our great patrons and friends, Bostart, which I really like. But I actually like this one more. I mentioned at the start, Dylan sounds really good. I mean, you don't always get, you get a little bit different inflections of Bob, but he sounded really good on this.
Oh, yeah. I think this is near his peak of his vocals, this real late 60s, early 70s period right here. And it just has a warmness in the voice and just a really relaxing and a bit uplifting musical arrangement as well.
Yeah, the harmonica was a nice touch.
And just the backing guitar right there, which seemed to be tuned, I don't know, a little higher or whatever the case may be. It just sounded really, really solid. And you just get lost in the story and the imagery that Gordon put down in the lyrics right here, and knowing the backstory of the rainy, L.A. International Airport, out on a runway, number 9, big 707, set to go. I'm stuck here on the ground where the cold winds blow. Like you can literally feel all that around you as the song goes on. So just an iconic track, and when Dylan covers you that you're doing something right.
I guarantee you, man, Dylan, greatest songwriter of all time. Now we go to If You Could Only Read My Mind by Barbra Streisand. Lightfoot wrote the lyrics while he was reflecting on his own divorce. It reached number 1 on the Canadian singles charts and 5 in the U.S. It was his first hit in the U.S. Now, Barbra Streisand was a gigantic star, Trey, when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
I don't know much of her vocals. I've never listened to one of her albums, so this will be interesting.
If you could read my mind, love, what a tale my thoughts could tell. Just like an old-time movie about a ghost from a wishing well, in a castle dark or a fortress strong with chains upon my feet. You know that ghost is me, and I will never be set free as long as I'm a ghost that you can see.
How you start a song.
Yeah, man.
Incredible lyricism.
Your thoughts could tell, just like a paperback novel, the kind the drugstore sells. When you reach the part where the heartaches come, the hero would be me. But heroes often fail, and you won't read that book again because the ending's just too hard to take.
All right, man. If you could read my mind, I love this song. It's one of my favorite performances of Gord. So I thought Barbra Streisand did a really good job. She's got a really good voice. The arrangement was perfect, kind of spot on to the original. But this one was a little harder for me to get around in the cover version. Not that she did a bad job. It's just that Gord's voice.
Yeah, it's so just, synonymous with this.
That's where it's hard sometimes on covers. But I mean, she did a good job. What do you think?
Yeah, I enjoyed it, man, with the the string arrangement coming in big right there. Kind of has that big grand sound, so to speak, with Barbara's voice belting out. And I mean, the lyrics yet again are just incredible. The way they tell the story of that deteriorating relationship. The love is gone here, Dad, and the way that Gordon puts that as being like a ghost, right?
Yeah.
And being shackled up, chained up, brought down in a sense, and that comes to a head in the very last lines. I never thought I could feel this way, and I've just got to say that I just don't get it. I don't know where we went wrong, but the feeling's gone, and I just can't get it back. Like finally at the end, we note that. Like,
and when you realize, the backstory that he wrote it about his divorce, it becomes that much more tragic, Trey. So now we got to pick a favorite. I kind of already gave mine away. It's going to be Early Morning Rain by Dylan, but I actually like the song If You Could Read My Mind better. But Streisand did not do a bad job, all you Barbra Streisand fans, I promise. But I'm going with Early Morning Rain. What about you?
Yeah, I'm going with Uncle Bob. I'm going with Uncle Bob.
I mean, we got more Dylan up than anybody but the Beatles on the channel, just to give you context.
But I really love Early Morning Rain. And I mean, like you said, Barbara did an incredible job
sure she
too.
Did, yeah.
And these are two bang up classic songs that Lightfoot wrote. And I'm really glad that Sean submitted this battle. He actually submitted it before Gord passed away. So it was meant to be, I think, for us to do this. So let us know your winner, as well as your favorite Lightfoot covers in general, maybe maybe we need to check out. And thanks to Sean for bringing this here today. If you'd like to have us do a battle, check out our Patreon page, which is linked below, also at the end screen, along with another video that you might enjoy. And until next time, thanks for watching, happy listening, and we will see you.